Welcome, everybody, to another Georgia Archery podcast. I'm your host, Big John Chandler, and this is where we talk about anything and everything to do with archery in the state of Georgia and Georgia archers, wherever they may shoot. As you can see, my guest spot is open. But y'all know who I have here. There's no doubt about it. Y'all know who that is. I posted it earlier, and he is in the house. Crap. Hold on. I just hit the wrong button. Replace. Oh, let's replace it on this scene. There he is. Oh, Mr. Scott, the man Parrott.
What's going on? What's going on?
How are you, brother?
I'm trying to figure out when I'm gonna get some rest.
There's no rest for the weary, and no rest for the wicked. And you do run a little archery shop, and so on top of your, I guess, non-day job of ASA man, um, you have to do that too. So it's almost like you work harder now than you used to in some aspects.
Oh, definitely. I told a guy in Metropolis, I said, I think when I get back, I think I'm gonna go back and talk to the fire chief and see if I can go back to work at the fire department. But it's I love it. It gets crazy and busy, but that's the same thing I did at the fire department. I did that. I thrived on the emergency calls, and things kind of go right.
Thrive on the chaos, buddy.
It's I love it when it's busy. And this year's been crazy just from the beginning. It's just been crazy all the way around. But it's been a good year. We had our ups and downs, and we survived. So
that's awesome.
Shop's done kicked off like you. I'm like you. I got tons of strings to put on. Everybody wants to wait till the last minute, so we'll get that taken care of.
And we're not the last minute right this second, but it's getting closer by the minute.
That's
no doubt about it. So how was your weekend, buddy? We're going to talk about your weekend just before we go into, and not so much about shoots, but just your weekend in general. I know you got to see a whole bunch of friends.
I had a good weekend this weekend. We, of course, we had a shoot, but I mean, this weekend was great because we had a good amount of shooters come down and sit around, and a large part of the staff came in and helped out. So we had a great weekend. I really did. The weather was warm, but we had a light breeze blowing, and I don't know, it was just a really good weekend.
That's awesome.
Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, well, I worked on Saturday. You watched shooters and giggled with all your friends, and I was working on Saturday, and then on Sunday, I went up and shot my bow. Figured I might to knock the dust off of it before next weekend.
That's right.
Make sure that the thing actually works a little bit, and I hit 512, so we're just gonna go with that. It does what it's supposed to do when I do what I'm supposed to do. So,
You had a good crowd. You saw. Had a good crowd.
Yeah, they did have a good crowd. But yeah, so yeah, you had a great weekend. Everything's going. If people don't know who you are, I mean, good God, if they don't know who you are in the Georgia archery, just in general, I think they're lost, right? Because everybody knows who River Bottom Outdoors is. Everybody knows who Scott Parrott is. And then I watch him every ASA National on Saturday afternoon, holding up this number. That says it's in or out or not. So
a little shoot down.
Yeah, little shoot down. I watch on YouTube's, but So God, Scott, how long have we known each other? I can't count that long.
Well, let's see. I mean, I opened the shop up in 2009, and I think it was just shortly after that's when we
really started hanging out. But I knew you before
yes.
you had opened up shop.
That's right.
I knew you at the other shop.
Yep. I don't know, 2 or 3 years at least.
Yeah, about a year or so.
Yeah.
But yeah, so who shot this past weekend? We were just talking about it. The S3DA Eastern Target Nationals, which is the outdoor event. We had about 5 or 6 Georgians go to that event. And Mr. Aaron Carter, he's got a long name. I always forget it. He finished second overall. So we had a Georgian podium at that event, which is cool, right?
Good shooting there.
Yep. He shoots a recurve, and he is killing it. There's no doubt about it. The GAA had their Georgia Cup this weekend, which is 72 arrows at 50 meters if you're an adult. Some of the younger kids got to shoot shorter distance. And then they come back and do the shootout, or the OR rounds, Olympic rounds, or elimination rounds, whatever you want to call them, on Sunday. And they had 85 shooters show up to that event. So
Holy cow!
that's pretty good to stand out there on a soccer field and throw arrows all day in a hot.
You got that right. In the hot sun, no
Yep.
shade.
No shade. Yep. You better bring your own tent. That's a fact.
That's a good turnout.
Yep.
Really good turnout.
So those events were things that carried over through the whole weekend. And on Saturday, Ogeechee Bowman had their little, they call it the local shoot or their normal team shoot. And they had a 3D shoot, and they had about 10 or 12 come out there and shot that event. So they shoot shotgun start their stuff and try to get it done before it gets too hot, I reckon.
Yeah, get out there, get it done,
And in Savannah, it ain't hot. It don't get cold.
Yeah.
It's never cold in Savannah. I don't know if it's ever been cold in Savannah. But so that was on Saturday, and there was this other guy who decided to do a 2-day shoot fundraiser for Mr. Big Time Curtis Broadnax,
big time.
so that he could go to, help fund his trip, because U.S. Archery does not fund that trip.
Nope, not
So
at all.
he is trying his best to raise some money. He's got a bow giveaways doing, and you bumped up and said, "Hey, I'm gonna collect all this money and we're gonna send it to you." So on Saturday, just roughly, how many folks do you think you had on Saturday?
I think our number was around 34.
34 on Saturday, and then you had another something on Sunday.
Yeah, I think like another 14, and I may be off.
Sunday wasn't as big as Saturday was.
No.
Yeah.
Well, we had, there was another
Yep.
shoot on.
So that's what we'll talk about Sunday's event. But so Sunday, of course, Kennesaw Archery Club held the last time you can get some bonus points, fellas. The last time you could knock off your crappy score and get a better one.
That's
and the
right.
last time that you could get some shooter to year points going into the state championship, Kennesaw Archery Club hosted the last qualifier of the year. They had 30 folks shoot the qualifier and about 20 more that shot for fun.
That's right.
So they had a good turnout.
They did.
It was hot. Their course was great. I moved my sight a lot, so it wasn't like everything in one spot. I thought they did a great job. I know that they wasn't expecting the National Guard to be doing a chainsaw cutting event
That's what I heard.
on the back side of the course. And we're not going to talk about that. They didn't plan that. There was nobody supposed to be there, and then there it was. So, that was a little bit of maneuvering and trying to figure out how to get that taken care of. But they did a great job, and I had fun. That's the first time I had been to Kennesaw, and I couldn't tell you how long. And I went up there because I wanted to shoot, not just qualify because I've already qualified, but I wanted to shoot some targets that I haven't seen in a place that I haven't seen before. No offense, Scott, but you ain't got but so much space.
That's it.
And
Yeah.
I have seen most of those targets in one way or the other. Don't get me wrong; it's still hard. It's not easy. You still make it fun. You still enjoy it. But I just want to see something that I have never seen before,
Right.
because I haven't shot where the state championship is, and I thought this is a perfect time to go somewhere and have no clue of what I'm doing, how I'm doing, and just go through with the flow. So that's why I went to Kennesaw. I had a good time. Like I said, I hit 512s. We're not going to talk about the bad shots because the good shots were there. So at least I know I can do it.
That's right.
Glimpse of greatness for an old man, right? And then, like I said, you raised $1,000 for the weekend.
Yeah, $1,000 for Curtis. We wanted to, because he's such, and I don't want to sound the way it's going to sound, but I've been knowing Curtis a long time too, and his family. And Curtis is a good kid. Now, and I always call him a kid, no matter how old he gets.
I mean, he's a kid to us,
And yes, and he is such a good kid, and he is such a good shooter. He deserves everything that's coming for him right now. He has worked so hard.
And he is on a very good roll right now.
Yes, he is. So,
There's no doubt.
it's just listening to the podcast last weekend, and
Yep,
Curtis was on there, and I thought, you know what, it would be a good time for a Georgia club to help a Georgia guy out.
100%.
So,
Well, he sure appreciates it. I
oh,
know that, and I'm not. He's not here to say it, but he appreciates every one of you that went to shoot so that he could have a little extra dollars, because that is not a cheap trip. There's no doubt about it. 14 hours, 26 hours in the air,
yep,
total airplane time. So much less entry fees, travel time, places to stay, all of that good stuff. But
food,
still,
everything.
I
Yep.
mean, it's but he appreciated it very much. Also on Sunday, the third annual Southeastern Bowhunter Podcast had it's their third annual shoot. That's the third time they've had this shoot.
Yeah,
And they had a
they're already up to third year. I didn't
Yep.
realize that.
So, and they had over 50, 55 shooters show up, and it's free. I mean, they just go through and shoot the normal course at Charlie Elliott. They
Yep.
just all get together, have a good time, and then they shoot like a long distance shot at the elk to try to win something. They had a couple of deer stands and some stuff like that, and several of their sponsors give away stuff at that event. So they had a great event. Everybody I talked to said they had a great time there.
It's a good crowd too for
Yeah.
that event. Like I said, I didn't realize it was the third year.
It's a cool event. It really is. I went last year. I didn't go this year because I was at Kennesaw trying to, knock some rust off before the next weekend, which we'll talk about that in a minute. But look, there's about 7 people who have posted different things. Girls and Bows is all in the house. Scott's the man, the legend. Yep. Alicia says, that's a fact. Jack, look, she's talking to herself. It's so bad. Oh, Ronnie's in the house. Hey, John. Yep, that's what Ronnie Whitehead said hello. Let's see. Anyone got an extra CBE J tape? I don't know if I have a J tape because I'm telling you right now, the funny part about the CBE is they went from A, B, C, D, E, F, G to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I got to do the math to figure out which tape I got.
Which one goes exactly?
Exactly. But I probably have a tape for you. Just message me offline and I'll probably find one for you. Let's get them shooter of the year points. Yes, the person who's been doing the adding of the shooter of the year points has done a phenomenal job.
I'd like to say it's awesome. It is so awesome the job that she's done.
Yep.
I've been there. You've been there. We both have done it more than once.
Yeah.
And it's not an easy job.
I was actually going through like cleaning up some stuff out of the webpage. And I found where I had done it and posted it, kept it on the Georgia Archery webpage a few years ago.
Yep.
And I was like, yep. I said, that's what Alicia's going through right now. I know exactly what that is. So, girl, you did an awesome job. So, yep. And congratulations to Eric for hosting that event. And look, somebody said, who is that guy? See, no, somebody doesn't know who you are. Yeah, okay. We know better than that.
Let's see. Who is that? I know who that is.
Yeah, of course you know who that is. Yep.
Hey, I had to give Anthony Centerground props and Centerground Outdoors. We put the benefit shoot on for London.
That's right.
And he did a great job. He did a phenomenal job. Him and Memphis both came through, and they did a lot. They did a lot of work,
for sure.
And things that were done
that
raised a lot of money for them. So they did a great job. I greatly appreciate what they done. But you was talking about, back to Alicia real quick. That's a quick little story. I'm at the fire station one day, back when I worked at the fire station and was a state director and was doing shooter of the year. And me and you we actually had been on the phone earlier that night, and we're talking about shooter of the year and things. And so I'm going through my whole little, I pushed the wrong button and I looked up and the whole format went blank. Totally blank. And I'm sitting at that station. This is like probably like 9:45, 10 o'clock, and it just went blank. And we're 3/4 away into the season.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought I was going to cry, and I didn't touch the computer at all because I'm not that big with it. I didn't touch it. Yep. One of my EMS units happened to be coming by in about 20 minutes. They pulled in, and one of the guys on there was a computer whiz. He came there and says, "Here, let me show you." Boop, he reaches up and hits one button and go, poof, everything comes back.
There it's back. Yep.
I wanted to cry.
I understand. I understand completely. It's a phenomenal job, and it's not an easy job. There's no doubt about it. Keeping up with that is not an easy job, and my hat's off to her. She knows because I've told her several times. That keeping up with that is not good. Look, but the best, I mean, not fun, but it's what we do. Sometimes we do things that are not fun to get things that we know that are fun.
Yep.
And we've been doing this a long time. So, let me go something different. You're a guest on the show, and I am going to ask you 5 questions,
And I'm going to give you
5 answers.
5 answers. Okay.
All right, question number 1. If you could have any superpower, what would it be and why?
God, that is just unbelievable right there. I'd like my superpower. I guess strength. Because the older I get now, I wake up the morning times and I go to crawl out of bed and I'm thinking I'm 26, and 3 steps into the bedroom, I realize I'm 60 and I can't hardly move. It would probably be strength, just to be able to do things, but be able to help others out too without wearing myself out either. So
That's awesome. You would have a super strength. You would be, yeah. So that'd be
Superman would be a good superpower, but
yeah, but just strength.
Just strength in general.
Yep. Because we can't do but so much.
I'm learning that, trust me.
And your body knows the next day. They're like, crap, I did
does.
more than I was supposed to, for sure. All right. So, what's the most embarrassing song that you secretly love to sing along to?
Yeah.
Kim's putting her 2 cents.
Oh, she just said can't tell it. It's funny you mentioned this. We've had a lot of great shoots here at River Bottom Outdoors. We used to put on one called the Big 40, and we had a big blowout one year in April. I know you know about the Big 40. So there was this, believe it or not, in my younger days, I listened to. I love all music. I loved rap. I love country. I love rock, soft rock. I loved a little bit of it, all of it. But there was a certain rap song, and I could sing it word for word. And I got a few drinks in me the night of my party down here to the Big 40, and I was singing it, and I didn't know it was being videoed. So
it got videoed.
Following the weekend, we're at an ASA event,
and everybody knows about it.
And I hear this song playing, and I'm looking around like, man, who's playing that song?
So give us the 3
words. Well, it was me singing it. So
give me the 3 first start of the song. It ain't got no cuss words in the first 3 or 4 words.
No, like me and my homies like to play this game.
Yeah, that's it. That's all you got to do. That's far.
That's it. That's all you get.
That's all I'm getting. Yep.
That was one of the most embarrassing times that I remember singing a song.
Well, look, I'm not gonna lie. I woke up the next morning, my hands were bright red. You remember this?
Yeah, they should have been.
Because I ate all the fruit out of the freaking hunch punch. Me and Jim sat over there and just ate and ate and ate.
Jim Gardner,
oh my God.
Well, you do. I could not believe the next day. I mean, here I got up at 6, ready for the shoot.
Yep.
They got to tell him, there's like, hey, did you see all that fruit that was in it? I said, well, yeah, we got left in the cooler. They said, no. John and Jim eat every bit of it. I said, there's no way. They said, yeah, that's why they're not up here yet.
Yep. That was the weekend. It was the same weekend you got filmed singing your favorite song. So, yes, that's all. And I forgot about that, but I picked 5 random questions to ask you, and it just so happens that it triggered some great memories.
It did. That was a really good time.
So, if you could travel anywhere in the world right now, where would it be and why?
Anywhere in the world?
Anywhere.
Really? I'd like to go to Alaska. I'd really like to do a cruise with the wife up to Alaska. And a lot of people do it in the wintertime. I'd like to do it in the summertime.
Yep.
to me, there's a lot of wildlife that you can see, and I'm one of those guys that I like the beach, but I don't know. I'd like to go to Alaska uh,
Okay.
and check.
I have some friends who just went to Alaska. You get to see the glaciers no matter what, spring, summer,
That's
whatever.
right. Yes, exactly.
And the cool part about going in the spring or the summertime is you actually get to kayak up to the stuff more,
That's
and you
right.
get to see a lot of the summer wildlife. So
Yep.
that's cool. Look, that's exactly Billy. Billy is who I'm talking. He just come back from that cruise.
Oh,
So
good
he
deal,
said
Billy.
summertime is the way to go because they just had a ball doing that. So that was the cool part about that. But that's question number 3. Number 4, what's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten?
Oh, wow. I'm going to tell you this. A lot of people don't know this about me, and it's going to blow a lot of people's mind. This is a weird thing, but I actually like it. Pickled pig feet.
Pickled pig feet.
Pickled pig feet. I love pickled pig feet. I'm a type guy that anything that's really done up in vinegar, whether you're doing pickled okra, pickled green beans, pickled pig feet, pickled eggs, I love it all.
I got you.
Yeah, pickled pig feet's pretty.
Hey, but you say it's weird because it's not something that everyday people do, but essentially it's still enough that they still sell them every day. So it's not.
Trust me, there's a lot of people, believe it or
Oh,
not,
for sure.
that eat
Yeah,
pickled pig feet.
100%. You just like that glutinous gumminess that them suckers has got. I know.
I just like just getting in between them knuckles and just get it, tear it up in there,
Oh Lord. All of these. All of these come into clips, right? You
Yeah,
just
yeah,
do this
Kim, I
over and
think-
over and
I
over
think Kim
again.
just lost her supper.
Oh, let's see what here. Let's see. Why not surprised apple bush beer on the side? Oh yeah.
Oh no! Wait, hold on now.
She just threw it.
It's
Look.
she shouldn't have threw that out there. It's
Oh my god.
apple is,
Yeah.
but the number one is peach bush light.
Oh Lord.
Right now, for everybody that's listening across this country, if you find some, I need to know.
Peach, you need some more peach.
Bush light peach. I need
Look,
it.
look. Ken says you're a weirdo. Oh Lord.
He loves me though.
Yeah. All right. So that was let's say number
Number 4.
5. Let's see. If you could only eat one thing, let's hope it's not pig's feet, for the rest of your life, what would it be?
There's a lot of people that I work with. My wife probably knows this. Randy Davis. He
Yep.
knows this. Tommy Greenhill. These guys know this very well. I would probably eat a fried bologna sandwich for the rest of my life and would be perfectly fine with it.
That's a good sandwich. There's no doubt about it.
Just-
A fried bologna sandwich is good.
Just fried bologna. I could eat it. I could eat it any way you want to. It's just like Spam. I can take it out
Oh,
the
yeah.
can, fry it. I don't care what you do with it. Bologna, you can put it on a biscuit with a fried egg in the morning time, and it's unbelievable. You can.
Have you
put
ever
it
had
on-
smoked bologna?
Oh, Mr. Bill Hatton, who's
Oh,
the
yeah.
official on the pro range. He
Takes
took,
it, puts it on the smoker.
Oh,
Whole
yes.
big old chub
yes,
on the
sir.
smoker. Oh, that's some fire stuff right there, son.
Good stuff.
Fire stuff.
And you get it about yay thick.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that would be something I could eat.
That's awesome. Well, see, there's your 5 questions, and they wasn't as bad as you thought they were going to be.
Well, I mean, I'm dealing with John Chandler, so I didn't have any idea where that was going.
No, I'm trying to be nice and just give some people into some aspects of things that they don't know about Scott Parrott.
Yeah.
You know,
I know how you are though.
I wasn't going to get that bad.
I
I
need
promise
just a
you.
little wrench in the mix.
Yeah, I didn't throw no wrenches, even though you got some pig's feet. You just wait. Now everybody's going to be looking for pig's feet and bring you some. You're going to have and fried bologna.
Yeah.
Almighty.
This,
So,
might have
hey,
been, this
it's-
actually might have been a little worse off though if Robbie had been here because I know how Robbie is.
you ain't lying. I really wish Robbie would get. He's working his thing, doing his thing. I hope he can get back and go in again because we sure do play good off each other.
Oh, big time.
So who's shooting this weekend, boss? Do you know who's shooting this weekend?
I heard there might be a slight chance of a state championship somewhere this week.
Yep. So I want to talk about that before we go to anywhere else. There, the JOAD national event is over in New Mexico.
Yep.
And there's 50 Georgia youth archers at that event this weekend. So they're starting like tomorrow. And so there's 50 kids that flew out to New Mexico to shoot that event from Georgia. So I wish all of them a great deal of luck. Also, just so happens that the NFA Outdoor National Field Championships is also up in PA this weekend. And we do have one archer that's shooting that event. So good luck to the Georgia archer that's at that event. And there just so happens to be a state ASA 3D event in the state of Georgia this weekend. And Team On Point is hosting that event. And it's actually, I mean, it's where we used to shoot ASA a long time ago.
My favorite spot. It was
for sure.
I loved it out there. I loved it out
there. No doubt. Shoot around the lake. We had a great time. But this, that, and other, that's what's going on this weekend. I will say that Mr. Martin was supposed to be here. I haven't seen him yet, so he can answer questions. But I will tell you this, that it's a $3 park entry charge when you go. That is dealing with the county.
Yes, there's nothing that was just that's for the park.
I want
goes to the national event.
I want everybody to know that they pay $3 to go into the park to shoot this event. So they're not like, bombarded with, oh my God, I didn't have to pay $3. Yep, you still have to pay. Everybody pays that goes in the park $3 to go to the park. That's county money. It goes to them.
It's a wonderful site. It really is.
It is a beautiful site.
If they hadn't cut the trees, we'd probably still be hosting, some national.
100%.
The
Beatles eat that.
They did, and it'll help out with the park. That's where your money goes. It's for sure. They really do that. They pour the money right back into the park. So.
They do. Yep. So, but I wanted everybody to know that. So Saturday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. you can come around and shoot. So if you show up at 8, you go in, sign in. He'll call groups just like everybody else does. Puts groups together. And then all the way to 2 o'clock, you can come in and shoot on Saturday. Also, there is 4 ranges. 2 ranges are 30 and under, and 2 ranges are 40 and over. Yes.
Yep.
If you're a parent and your kid shoots in the 30 and you shoot in the 45, you're on 2 different ranges. And I want you to know that now so that you don't say, oh, I didn't know that was going to happen. I wanted everybody to know now that there's a short range and a long range, and that's how it's got to work.
I've heard that before.
Yeah, I bet you have. I wanted to shoot with my kid. Well, that's how it works.
Put us on the same target.
Exactly. Nope, that's not how that works. But I want everybody to know that. Also, they are shooting Saturday and Sunday. You can shoot 15 on Saturday, and then come back and shoot 15 on Sunday. You can shoot all 30 on Saturday as long as you're there before 2 o'clock. And you can shoot all 30 on Saturday as long as you start before 12.
Yeah, it's hard to get them all 30 in if you start after 12. We've done it down here at River Bottom Outdoors, and it's just – we actually had it the first year we hosted the state championship. We had a couple guys come in, and we were like, well, they making – they're just a couple. We'll send somebody out with them, and we'll get them going. And their last 3 targets, boy, they were pushing dark because there were so many people out there. So,
and the other side of that is this is not his property, so he's got to pick up all the ranges.
Yep. Yeah, he's got to get everything up. Exactly.
He's got to get everything up. So the point being is that after 12 o'clock, you're not allowed on the range. There may be, I'm not going to say, but, if you showed up at 12:01, I don't think he's going to push you off. But the point being is get there by 12 to get your stuff done. And I'm not going to lie. I think everybody should get there at 8 because it's going to be hot.
It is.
It's going to be hot. And you can get done a whole lot earlier. If you come in at darn 12 and shoot, and just like I say, first you're going to push the dark, and it's going to be in the hottest part of the day. So it's not definitely going to be the most fun. But other than that, that's what ASA State Championship. We'll go back to South Carolina had their shoot on Saturday. Shotgun start last Saturday.
Yep.
We had several Georgians go over and shoot that event. Said it was a great event. Said they did a great job. Old Malone was helped running that event, so hats off to them for doing that. And we had a couple of folks that got podiums from Georgia in that event. And then Florida shot on Saturday and Sunday.
Yep, 2-day.
And so we had some Georgians go down there because if they were shooting South Carolina, they probably had to go to Florida on Sunday. And so we had some folks go down there and shoot that event. So Georgians Georgians went down there and shot that event. And yes, I am talking about one person in particular that won in both South Carolina and Florida Saturday and Sunday. Congratulations on that. And I guess you'll run it up for this weekend to get it all done. So we will be set up at the headquarters, Disc Golf headquarters. So I guess if you pull in the range, you don't know where you're going, or pull in the gate, say I need to go to the Disc Golf headquarters. That's where that's where everybody will be. That's where they'll light them up. That's where you can get your sign up, do everything, and then turn around and wait for them to call your group. So what's up, Jake? You doing all right? Anything else that I missed? We talked about the times. We talked about the $3, and I wanted to make sure that everybody was covered on that.
Talked about Big John signing autographs.
Big John's is only going to be there on Sunday.
That's right. Only on Sunday, signing autographs.
Not signing autographs, and Georgia Archery will not have a booth because if he's shooting his targets, he ain't got time to sit under the booth. So if you want something from Georgia Archery, come find me on the range.
Come find you Saturday.
Yeah, come find me Saturday. That's great. Go look for me Saturday. We'll find Big John on Saturday. That'd be great. So. Let's see. That's all of that. Let's see on the Traditional Bow Hunters of Georgia's annual banquet is also Saturday night at the Elks Club in Conyers. You can buy tickets there. You probably buy tickets early if you hadn't been. We have a bunch of trad guys that listen to us, talk to us, and they'll be at that banquet on Saturday night. So that banquet starts at 7 o'clock.
A big banquet.
Yeah, it is definitely always a big banquet. I think they start at 4, letting you in the door, and they eat at 7. You've been there before, I know.
It's crazy because there's many shooters. Trads just kind of died off in ASA, but it's just many shooters as they are. I just cannot believe that. We just even at a state championship, I can't believe that it just didn't get bombarded.
For sure. Well, we've talked about it. You've heard it through the podcast that you've listened to this year.
Yep.
When the trad guys meet up there once a month, the first Saturday of every month, they have 60, 100, 120 stick and stringers that show up to that event every freaking month.
Yep. It's just
those guys are awesome.
Yep.
Great people doing their thing. I know that Georgia Bow Benders is going to have his shoot in August. I'm going to try to have him on here so he can talk about it. And if you don't have a stick and string, go get one. $150 for a inexpensive stick and string, and go have some fun. There's no doubt in my mind those guys have more fun on the range than anybody else I know.
It's one of the best times we ever had here.
Oh, for sure.
Years ago, we set our range, and there was like 5 of us. We just took up recurves.
That's right.
We all went out there and just shot the course. And
100%. I
don't think we've ever laughed so hard in my life.
Oh, you're not lying. I mean, it's the most fun that you can have with your pants on. But I mean, the thing about it is like we always worry about, we're going to break an arrow, we're going to do this. Man, they'll shoot stumps. Let me shoot that pine cone. Let's see if I can hit that, whatever. It don't matter, right?
Exactly.
I mean, those guys are having a blast, and that's the cool. And all right, so let's go back to where the annual Southeast Bowhunter podcast.
Oh.
So all of those guys, the trad guys showed up at 8:30. They all showed up at 8:30 and went out. because they didn't want to be behind them compound guys because them compound guys slow them down.
Oh,
They
no, all the time. All the time.
there's no doubt about it. They can shoot that round twice while we trying to get halfway through.
There ain't no
There's
doubt.
no doubt about it. But them boys, I love all them guys. Them guys are good, and we're all in this together to shoot strings and do our bows and do our thing. So I mean, that's what it's about. So yeah, I think he says, "Can you shoot for fun, Jake? You having a fun class? I'm assuming. Just allow folks that are pros that are not in the championship. You're going to allow them to come shoot. I'm assuming. I mean, most everybody has a fun class. I let Scott come and shoot for fun, and when I hosted that event, that was the first time I seen Scott shoot a bow in a long time. I think he had to blow the dust off of it.
Actually, I was going to tell you that was the last time I actually shot 3D, but I went down this year and shot at R&D, I believe, was their second event of the year, maybe.
Uh-huh.
And I went down and shot 20 targets.
Well, that was the first time you picked it up in 2 years then.
Yeah.
But the point being, you showed up, Kim showed up, y'all went around and hung out. It was great, but it's fun to have. And then we had a lot of pros show up. I mean, Mark Easy and, Wilson. And, I mean, we had a bunch of folks show up and come shoot it. I try to get old Boykin to come on and do it, And that way, that they come hang out and have some good times, and then shoot for fun. So yes, he said, Ken, you can shoot for fun for sure.
Tell Ken as long as he's having fun, he can shoot for fun.
Yeah, well, he'll have to stay home then. Hey, Ken, let me ask you a question. How old are you, Ken?
Yeah, let's get to that. How old is Ken?
How old is Ken?
I think. What do you think, John? Just throw something out there.
He ain't 102. Let's
I was going to say 93.
93. I paused the music so that Ken, how old are you? Didn't you get a little older? I mean, you didn't get no damn prettier. So there's no doubt about it. Uglies for life for you, son. But Ken had a birthday, so happy birthday there, Ken Wood. Look, he said 72. I feel it, brother. I'm not going to lie. There's days that I feel that way. Scott says he seconds that.
I sure do. Trust me.
But happy birthday, Ken, because I know you had a birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, brother.
If anybody doesn't know who Ken Wood is, that's some people call him Big Sexy. I call him Big Lexi. Anyway, so compared to y'all, I'm a supermodel. Oh Lord.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
That's a matter of opinions, and they're like other things, and some of them stink. So we're gonna leave that alone. So that's what's going on this weekend. I appreciate that. So let's talk about a little bit of ASA.
All right.
On the national level, because now you got to switch hats, right? You got to pop that hat on.
Yeah, that's something I'm actually. I didn't think about how busy, because there's state championships going all over the country.
Oh my God.
And my phone is just nonstop.
So you are, first off, National Federation Director. Isn't that what isn't that the title?
That is the title.
So all of the, however many states now, I think it's 30.
Last count it was 31.
Okay. So 30 or 31. See, I was close.
You were.
Some people would be like, oh, it's 17. No, there's a lot more states having ASA tournaments than people believe.
Yes.
And so 31. So 31 people call you because it's time for state championship. They want to make sure this, that, and the other, right?
It's good.
Yeah,
it is. It's good.
So your phone rings off the hook. But other than that, ASA is winding down, right? July is the state championship month. That's why essentially there's not an ASA national event in this month because there's only 4 weeks. And you try your best not to have tournaments touching each other statewide. I know that you work as best as you can to get, Alabama and Georgia not to have the same time, Florida not Georgia not to have the same time, South Carolina and is separated by Georgia, that kind of thing. You try your best to get them not touching each other as best as you can. So this is the wind down. All the state championships are happening this month. And then at the end of this month, the Wednesday is the 31st. And not this Wednesday, but the Wednesday the 31st, you have been at Coleman for probably a week,
Close, yeah. Actually, it will be. It'll
right?
be at least a week.
So
Yep,
you'll be there for a week to make sure that the last tournament of the year goes off like a hitch, just like that.
that's what we're hoping on.
Yep.
It's going to be a blast. Everything from the dark forest to the very last range to the honey
Always is.
range. It's gonna be a great shoot.
Okay.
We're excited. I've already been in touch with Ralph and Leah.
Leah.
Everybody over there, they're great. They're wonderful. And matter of fact, I've already been over there. I know it's hard to believe, but me and Randy, we had to make a trip over, and it's going good. So we're looking forward to it.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. But yeah, so that's winding down. What are you gonna do in the off season, Scott? You ain't got nothing else to do. What you gonna do?
This off season is going to be my wife just raised up, turned around and said that honeydew list.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, I got pressure washing the gutters. I got landscape timbers, everything.
Kim, we love you, Kim. We do. We love you. Everybody loves you. Everybody knows Kim. Kim's a sweetheart. And
This off season raring up to be. It's probably going to be like the rest of this year. Very busy. I've got some sites that I've got to go to visit. London, there's one of them. I'll be back in London. Also, we have the collegiate shoot that we'll put on in October.
That's right. That's actually, it's really weird, right? It's in October. It's like way past your finish season, but it's the start of collegiate.
Yes, it is.
Is the first thing collegiate does on the national level is the 3D shoot, and most of them are just getting back into school. I mean, at that point, so
we'll do that. Then we've got we've got a couple of things that we do with all the guys with the ASA.
Yep.
We got a hunt. We'll do the hunt.
Y'all will go shoot a little deer.
Yeah, and
have a good time. Hang out with everybody.
November, then we start having all our meetings and rules and going over rules and everything, and it'll wind down to it'll be a little busy. It's just going to be a little busier this time because of things that's happened, like in London.
Yeah, it's just different. You got to take care of other business that you wouldn't have normal had to take care of. I understand that.
Yeah, and
but you're going to try to get some of these Georgia deer slayed while you're
It turns out like last year. I finally decided, I say, you know what, I'm going to go get in the stands. Told Kim, I said, I'm going to go get in the stand this afternoon. She's okay. So I get in the stand. I'm in the stand for 35 minutes.
Boom.
My phone goes off. I look down and it's my stepfather. And for anyone that doesn't know, he got me into hunting back when I was, 13 years old, for deer. And he's calling, and I know he's in the stand. So I'm like, okay, 75 years old. He's not going to drag a deer out. So I'm like, oh, he's done shot a deer. So I answer it, and sure enough, he's like, "Hey, I just shot a big 8-pointer. Can you come give me a hand?" Yes, sir. I'll be there in a few minutes. So that was the only time I hunted in Georgia.
well, that was what I was getting at. I know that we talked, and you said I don't think I set, but like 30 or 40 minutes at the most. This past year, I was just wondering if you was going to try to get a little more set time between your honeydews.
No, it's going. It's going to happen this time. I've already looked at the trail camera pictures, so it's going to happen.
Just drop me a pin. I'll come help you out.
Anytime.
You can't sit. I'll come sit for you. But yeah, dude. I mean, hunting season's coming. It's coming fast. I mean, I know it's if you haven't taken your stuff to the archery shop, oh my God, you're behind.
Way behind.
No doubt about it.
You're a good month and a half behind.
100%. So if for some reason, if you haven't pulled it out of if you ain't pulled your hunting bow out, because we've been tournament shooting, a lot of these guys are tournament shooters. They ain't even slowed their hunting bow out. If you haven't pulled your hunting bow out, you need to pull your hunting bow out now. Make sure the strings are still on it, and shoot it a little bit. And if you need something, go get it now, because if you don't, you will stand in line and wait for everybody else.
Bring it to Coleman. Come to Coleman with it. We'll let you shoot.
It'll be, you can shoot your hunting bow at Coleman. Yeah, if you're on the fence about shooting an ASA event, they have this nice little 145, so you can have a slider sight and your 12-inch stabilizer, and you can go have some fun. It is one of the biggest growing
It is.
classes in the event. I think it's one of the best things they ever did. But I really like that class. I mean, there's no doubt about it. If I was in that aspect, that would be a place that I would want to go and do. But yeah, I think that's all I got on the me and you and whatever. If you let me put this in front so we can just all look. Please follow us on Instagram, Twitter, well, it's X now, Facebook, Snapchats, YouTube, and TikToks. Please like, comment, subscribe. You can also find these audio versions on your favorite audio podcast app. We are on most of them. If you don't know that we are on them or you couldn't find us, send us a message at info@georgiaarchery.com and we will try to get listed onto your um, app. If you have something you want us to talk about or something that you want us to do, send us a message. You can message us on any of those social medias or info@georgiaarchery.com. Speaking of georgiaarchery.com, this is where you find all the information with a calendar. Also, I just updated the list for ASA clubs. So you can click a list and it shows a map of where the clubs are, address of where they're at, so you'll know that type of thing. There's also a list that I'm working on, which has archery shops. So there's a lot of archery shops in the state of Georgia. So please go support your local shop. And if you don't have one local, we know several. You go look at that list and find one that's close to you. Most of those guys do a well job. They're all out doing their thing, and they're all busy right now. And if
Yeah.
they're not busy right now, they're probably not an archery shop. They're probably something else than just do archery on the side, because right now every archery shop is totally busy. But yeah, be sure to follow us, like us, comment on these videos, comment on the videos, go to the YouTube, make some comments. Scott, I just want to let you know that one of my top videos still to this day is you talking about hand placement on a bow. It's the craziest, how long ago that video was, and it still kicks back up in my thing that says, that's one of the most followed bows. But videos on YouTube. But yeah, dude, I appreciate it. We had a good time. Thanks for coming. I think we covered almost everybody's information. Um, Larry. Yep. Thanks you, Larry. I saw Larry. He shot up there on Sunday with us. But yeah, so that's the end of that. Any final words there, Mr. Scott Parrott?
Uh, you know what? If you're a Georgia archer, just remember the only way Georgia Archery, this podcast, continues is with support. The only way these archery clubs continue every year is with support. And I want to say, as far as River Bottom Outdoors goes, we're very blessed with the support. And I've seen a lot of those individuals supporting other clubs, other archery shoots, and even other genres of archery. And I want to thank them. But remember, it's all about support. You may be one of those shooters that love to shoot by yourself in the backyard. Just remember, this only continues with the support of everyone. And
100%.
Georgia is a large state, and everybody in Georgia, from the south to the north, in the middle, everybody needs a support. So, thanks to everybody for the season. I know it's winding down, and I look forward to next year and appreciate the support for all the clubs in Georgia.
All right. Well, that you answered it. If you look, take someone, teach them how to shoot a bow. It will last them a lifetime. Until next time, I'm Big John, and that's Big Ugly.
I
we'll
love you too.
we'll see you.
All right.